in terms of giving more technical assistance, expert advice. Perhaps that may help the situation in some way. Now, some glimmer of hope on the vaccine front is that Pfizer's COVID vaccine is now showing 95% efficacy. That's what the company claims. We still have to get a regulatory approval from any of the country. Now, the pharmaceutical company has confirmed that their final analysis of phase 3 trials of their vaccine is 95% effective with no safety concern. Pfizer said that the vaccine is also showing good results on people over 65 years of age. The company further said that it had the required 2 months of safety data and would apply for emergency US authorization within days, adding that the company will be ready with at least 50 million doses by the end of this year. Now, Pfizer has hit the safety benchmark. The company claims so, with what data showing that the vaccine has a significant impact on COVID-19. Analyzing Pfizer's success, CNN's Sanjay Gupta says vaccine may be available to many people before the Christmas. Listen in.
I want to just share with you what the data shows, but also how they collected it. As you remember, tens of thousands of people received a placebo. Tens of thousands of people received a vaccine over the last few months in this Pfizer clinical trial. What they wanted to see was how many people in either arm of the trial became symptomatic. And they were looking to see ultimately that at least 162 people became symptomatic. When they saw the number of people who became symptomatic, the vast majority of them were in the placebo group. And 162 were in the placebo group, 8 were in the vaccinated group. Okay, so it's pretty clear based on this data, at least data that is being shared with us by the company, that the vaccines seem to have a significant impact on COVID-19 specifically, and also on severe disease. So the vast majority of people who did develop severe disease within these trials were also in the placebo group versus the vaccinated group. So that's really the sort of what we call effectiveness or efficacy data that the FDA is going to be looking at. And again, if this data is true, and we have no reason to doubt it, but it's only coming from the company so far, but if it's true, the FDA looks at this data, it does make a strong case that this is an effective vaccine. The second thing, you got safety, so you got effectiveness, you also have to look at safety. What Pfizer has now said is that they've also hit their safety benchmark data. And basically, that says at least half the trial participants, they've gone 2 months since receiving the shots, and there's not been many adverse effects. We're hearing that there may be an emergency use authorization application for this vaccine within the next couple of weeks. And if that's true, that would go to another committee, which then determines how the vaccine would be distributed. And if that happens before Christmas, it is likely that for the first time, people outside of clinical trials could be receiving the coronavirus vaccine.
Well, that was what US is expecting. Now, on the vaccine front, Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan has also spoken. He's saying that sometime around June 2021, we should expect the vaccination process in the country to begin. Listen.
इतने बड़े 135 करोड़ के देश के लिए एक साथ तो सारी डोजेज नहीं उपलब्ध हो सकती। जैसे हमारा अनुमान है कि हमारे को जुलाई अगस्त तक जो है 400-500 मिलियन डोजेज जो है हमारे को उपलब्ध होंगी, जो भारत के अंदर जो वैक्सीन का रिसर्च करके जो आउटकम आने की संभावना है। ये जो डोजेज हैं 400-500 मिलियन, ये 25-30 करोड़ लोगों को मैक्सिमम जो है शुरुआती, क्योंकि ये एक वैक्सीन को 2 हफ्ते 3 हफ्ते के गैप पे 2-2 बार लगाना होगा एक व्यक्ति को। 65 साल से ऊपर के बुजुर्ग हैं उनको प्रायोरिटाइज किया गया है। उसके बाद 50 साल से 65 साल वालों को प्रायोरिटाइज किया गया है। उसके बाद 50 साल से कम के जिनको दूसरी बीमारियां हैं। इतनी डिटेल्ड मेटिकुलस प्लानिंग कर रहे हैं, उसके लिए इलेक्ट्रॉनिक प्लेटफॉर्म डेवलप किया गया है। जो एक ऑलरेडी हमारे पास ही हमारा एक ईविन करके वैक्सीन इंटेलिजेंस नेटवर्क करके एक प्लेटफॉर्म ऑलरेडी हमारे पास है।
That story and much more lined up on the other side of a very quick break. Stay tuned.